In last week's Murderbot, things got nasty, leaving Murderbot bristling with grim delight and its frightened clients rethinking the confidence and hesitant camaraderie they had, sort of, built with their security unit. With only 3 episodes before the climax, gut tells me that, despite the subversions of classic robot and human friendship stories, what happens will not be straightforward. Episode 7, Complementary Species, written by Paul and Chris Weitz and directed by Roseanne Liang, expertly mixes character introspection, charged relationships, and heart-pounding action. Let's get ready to dig in. The cold open of Episode 7 takes place a month ago, when the Preservation Alliance crew was having supper at Port Free Commerce before going on their survey. They're playing an endearing and touching game in which each participant reveals one nice and one bitter memory about another team member, essentially a trust and honesty-building exercise with party game elements. Bharadwaj reveals she has an unrequited infatuation on Pinley. The nice portion involves Pinley skipping a concert they were looking forward to in order to sit in the front row of Bharadwaj's talk and provide moral support for their frightened friend. Bharadwaj misconstrued the gesture and admitted her sentiments, which resulted in the bitter pill she had to chew. Pinley accepts Bharadwaj's honest and mature apologies, and the rest of the table shares their emotions. Gurathan grudgingly follows, and his reservations are not unfounded, as he confesses his least favorite secret. He once worked as an involuntary corporation rim spy. The essential word is unwilling, as they lured him into addiction chemical dependency and withheld it until he sniffed out information the rim might use to destroy their adversaries. Gurathan, driven to the point of despair and disgrace, contemplating taking his own life. Meeting his next target, Mensa reminded him of what is possible between people of goodwill. Mensa welcomed him with open arms once he revealed the truth, offering him a new home and a fresh start with the Alliance. Gurathan swears he has no painful recollections of Mensa and walks out from the table, followed by modest murmurs of encouragement and by Mensa himself. She gently withdraws the bitter option from her friend, Gurathan, who is concerned about their approaching expedition. However, Mensa's willingness to carry out their mission would not prevent him from following her barefoot into hell. Back in the present, Murderbot tries to rush everyone out of the habitat before the late Leebeebe's Anna Conkle friends arrive, intent on murder. No one has had enough time to understand Leebeebe's betrayal or Murderbot destroying her head, so they continue to avoid it. Similarly, since Murderbot's quick action saved their lives, it harbors resentment for their lack of gratitude. Still, it does not want them to perish, so it lowers its face shield and pleads, "Please." That action propels them into the hopper, even as they whisper about their next steps and their concerns about Murderbot, which range from Gurathan's unwavering distrust to Arata, Tatiana Jones, questioning its morality, and Rathi's, Akshay continued, "Let's be buddies," friendship overtures taking another hit. Despite their covert attempts at a private talk, Murderbot's sensors pick up on every word. 2 gigantic beetles chose that exact moment to emerge from the ground. They recognize one as the species that attacked Bharadwaj in the first episode, while the other is much larger, with armored scales and an even nastier mouth mechanism. Murderbot safely transports everyone into the hopper, but the animals crawl on top of the truck and appear to be fighting. Except, it turns out, they are mating. Everyone twiddles their fingers or displays scientific amazement as the local animals enjoy themselves. Once the coast is clear, they emerge to find that the lovers had left them with a leftover gift, a sack of sticky eggs hanging over the hull. As everyone tries to recover from yet another terrifying and gruesome incident, Gurathan, who's been looking increasingly unsteady this entire episode, collapses to the ground, feverish and unconscious. The preservation officers unanimously agree that he needs the habitat's medbay, even though Murderbot warns them that going back basically signs all their death warrants. But their decision is made. All that's left is for Murderbot to decide whether it's going with them and risking its own skin or striking out on its own and leaving them to die. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.